Hey everybody, it's Paul from Alexander Knife Sharpening and Laser Engraving. One of my chefs that's been coming to me for years had her knives stolen. This is one of the reasons I got into doing knife engravings in the first place, was to help people not get their knives taken. And unfortunately, they stole a bunch of her knives, and they were all the ones that weren't marked because she's had other knives engraved from me before. In fact, one of them they left was this shoon that she's had for years, but we engraved it. She was one of my probably second or third engraving customers, and you can still see it's on there, and this knife is heavily used. But they stole all her other knives that didn't have her name on them, which is, really a shame, because she had just let them know that she was taking a new job. She's going to a really great new restaurant that's coming to Arlington. And like on the last day, someone made off with her knives. Terrible situation, but it did give me the opportunity to show her some beautiful new knives. I showed her the Taski Premium Knives, and she loved the Kirasuk and the petty knife. So she's getting both of these. And the really nice thing is her new employer is going to reimburse her for the knives. She had told them what happened, and he was like, oh, well, go get some new knives, give me the bill, and we'll cover the knives for you. So I thought that was really cool. We're going to engrave her name on the other side, make sure that hopefully we can deter anyone from stealing these. Now, the last time I did one of these, it was for a wedding, and we went with kind of that light, kind of just engraved, cut-in look that I showed you. This time we're going to do more of a dark engraving, because this is a professional chef, and I want to make sure that that engraving is good, visible, and that these knives don't walk on her, or at least we'll do the very best we can to make sure it's pretty clear that these are her knives. All right, so that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to do this on the com marker, and I'll take you along for the process. All right, so this is the com marker B660 watt MOPA laser. I have a little dot right here, which is, we're going to put her name. It's going to be right in this section back here on the left side of this chef's knife. And right now we're going to just autofocus the laser by hitting that one button. You'll see the heads adjusting. And that looks good. So once we're focused, now I can reposition the knife and work with my artwork. So next we're going to jump over to the computer, and I'll show you the artwork, and then we will get through this, and you'll see how quick you can do an engraving like this. It does not take a lot of time. All right, so for this engraving, I decided to go with a script called Delighter. It's a really nice hand script, which I thought would look really nice for her knife, and that's what we're going to do there. The 17s from the angle guides I've been doing for the knife sharpeners. I was doing those before on the UV laser, but now we're on the 60 watt fiber, so I'm probably going to just delete that and make sure that we're only dealing with the 60 watt fiber. Since I have multiple com marker lasers and things all using light burn, sometimes when you jump around, your stuff kind of comes with it that you're already working on. And that's where the 17's from. We're not going to be putting that on the knife anywhere. My favorite setting is this one that says Z mark. And this was a pre-setting that came with my laser, so I didn't even have to figure this one out. It has always worked great for me for doing very nice, deep, dark black engravings on knives. So this is the one that I go to when I want, different settings. That one that you saw the other week, the one that says white finish, that's the one I used for that cut-in look that we did. That was the wedding gift. But for this one, we want it seen, we want it nice and black, we want it very prominent, and we're going to be going with the Z mark setting. So now I'm going to turn on the framing so we can see the box on the knife. We'll show you a couple of the other settings here. So we have one that's called contour. That draws a line to all the points outside, so it doesn't give you a perfect square, but it gives you the furthest out point of everything in the engraving. And then the top one here is the one that gives us the perfect square that the engraving is enclosed in. And that's what we're going to be using right now. And then later we'll go to contour, which actually shows me the script and handwriting of the actual engraving. Okay, back here at the laser, and if you look, we got a really big box right in here, but I'm just going to use this to align things, but we're going to shrink this down because that's going to be way too big. I don't want it that large. I'm using the lines to make sure I'm level with the spine. And now I'm just going to shrink the size of this engraving a little bit. So I'm going to jump back to the computer for a second, but we'll keep it here. All I'm doing is dropping the text size down. Okay, now I'm going to switch to where I see the actual text, because this box looks like it's huge, but keep in mind our text is going to be kind of thin and script written, and we want to make sure that it's still real visible on here. So I'm switching to a setting called Contour. And I still feel like we don't need to be that big. I think we're going to shrink this down a little bit more. Okay, now I've gone down to 7 millimeters, and I think that's probably pretty good. I feel that's going to be a good range. Now, sometimes what I'll do, if I want to test an engraving and be sure I like the look of the font and the size, sometimes I'll use a stainless steel business card. Now, this is going to look somewhat different because we do have a hammered steel version here, but I just want to make sure that I'm happy with the font choice and that it's going to be well readable, and make sure I shouldn't go to something else. So we're just going to do a quick test engraving without doing it on the actual knife. And even though it's laying right on top, we're talking about a millimeter or so different. Shouldn't be a huge difference. This is just so I can get an idea if I'm happy with the current settings. Alrighty, so in the first few seconds of doing this test engraving, I realized something was wrong. And it's one of the reasons I also always like to do a test when I first start up the laser. The reason this isn't working properly is a really just stupid mistake and oversight on my behalf, but I'm glad I didn't go right to doing the knife. The last thing I had done, I was using the rotary tool to engrave a baby cup, and I forgot to turn off the rotary, and that's why this doesn't look correct. So fortunately I caught that, and fortunately I did the test engraving, and I just stopped it when I saw, hey, something's not right here. All right, I've thrown a stainless steel business card down on here. I use these a lot for testing. I want to make sure I'm happy with this font and the location and the size before I put the permanent mark on there. This is just something I sometimes do. Also, when I've had updated software and different things, just to make sure everything's working just right before I do it. I have had times having multiple lasers where the laser's gotten confused on which laser was connected. There we go. That looks better. Okay, so I do like the looks of this engraving. Let's see if I can squeeze one more in. We're going to do it, I'm just going to change it to a darker setting. And this is the setting I use for a nice black mark. On my ComMarker software, it came and it's listed under Z mark. And this has always worked really great for me on knives. If I want a nice black, permanent, very good looking engraving. Yeah, and that's going to look great. I don't think we'll have any concerns with the hammered pattern. It should be able to adjust for the tiny little variances that are in there. But we are going to do this one test engraving just to be sure we like the looks and the size of it. Just don't want to see her knives walk again. Okay, that's done. Normally what I do is just give it a little brush with some Scotch-Brite polisher. And yeah, that looks good. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with our location. We don't have to focus because we were already focused perfectly for the knife. So let's just go ahead and get this engraving started. Okay, this engraving is done. Let's get the knife off of here. I'll do a light little clean out with this cloth. This is a polishing cloth, but non-scratching kind. And that looks, I think that looks fantastic. I think that looks very classy. I think she's gonna love it. I'm gonna grab a tiny bit of LA's Awesome, my favorite product for thoroughly cleaning the inside of an engraving. So it probably looked a little brown to you a few seconds ago, but I wanted to show you it's a beautiful actual black mark. There you go. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. And what a beautiful knife. All right, next up is the petty knife. You can see it's a little smaller. I might shrink the font a little bit so it doesn't overpower the knife. You could do it the same size, but generally a lot of times I like to kind of make sure it doesn't overpower the look of the knife if we had this, giant font on there. So a lot of times I might reduce the size of that engraving. That's probably what I'll end up doing here. Okay, I'm just re-leveling. And now I'm gonna focus again. New knife, different thickness. So we are gonna just do a quick refocusing. Just to be 100% sure. Now we'll position this where we want it. I might go just a smidge smaller. So this is 6 millimeters as opposed to 7. And now I'm just going to check my level position by doing the bounding box. Make sure I'm even with the spine. That looks good. I'm going to take a look at my other knife because I want them roughly in exactly the same spot. I'm happy with what I see there. So we're going to get underway with engraving number 2. Here we go. Let me move you guys in. I recently got some new laser glasses that are prescription, which are pretty nice for being able to focus my laser. The first set they sent me, though, didn't seem right. I had to send them back, but they remade them for me. A company called Kentech, but they did a really great job. But it's nice having prescription laser engraving glasses. If you do a lot of engraving, they really do come in handy sometimes, especially when you're doing focusing of the laser. All right, so we're done here. Same thing. So it looks a little brown because it hasn't been cleaned off yet. Here's my favorite product for that, LA's Awesome. Greatest engraver cleaner ever. You just put a tiny little bit on there. I just get in here and clean out that engraving. All that little bit of brown char comes off. Sometimes I'll go over the engraving with a tiny bit of Renaissance wax. Okay, and there's your petty knife. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. So that's all done. All right, so that's all done. Here's the knife sleeves that I custom make for my customers. So we're gonna put her knife right back in this custom made knife sleeve to protect it. There we go. and she is good to go. And you can see the Taski knives come in a pretty nice gift box. So this is the older style box. They actually have a new box coming out soon. But I was always happy with this one, but the new one's going to be even nicer from what I hear. All right, so there we go. So she is good to go. I got her invoice made up for her. Now the other nice thing is they can register their knives, and they come with a warranty if they register them. So I give all my clients their receipt, so she gets a printed out receipt, and then if they go online, they can register their knife with Taski. Yeah, here's the warranty. They get an extended 10-year warranty if they register it online. So I encourage all of them to do that. And then this is a just knife care guide that they give you to go with your knives, which is also really helpful. But I wanted to show you guys that. All right, I am on to some other sharpening jobs. I'll talk to you soon.